my name is Lynnette, and you are watching an episode of Property Finder Talks, where I speak to leaders in the real estate industry here in the UAE. Today I'm joined by the Chief Operating Officer of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Gulf Properties. Her name is Dounia Fadi. Hi, Dounia.
Hi, Lynnette.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your background here in real estate.
All right, so I have been in this part of this industry for now over 14 years. I've started, of course, from ground up, like everyone else or most of the people here. I'm now, I just recently been appointed the COO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Gulf Properties after having owned my company and operated my own company for the past 3 years. And prior to that, I was the CEO of a homegrown brand here in Dubai for 10.5 years.
And you're one of the icons, I would say, within the real estate industry here.
I'm humble. Thank you for saying that. But I'm very passionate about what I do, and I do it with great love, and I take it seriously, to be honest.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You do. So how did you get involved with Berkshire Hathaway?
First, it's Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Berkshire,
yeah.
Berkshire,
so it's not
okay.
Berkshire, it's Berkshire. I also used to say it the same way, Berkshire, and then when I joined and I heard the Americans say it, then it's Berkshire Hathaway. So it was very quick. The first day they announced that everybody had in the headlines, and mainly Bloomberg at the time, towards the end of April, that Warren Buffett is eyeing Dubai and is coming to Dubai and everything. And I found that very interesting as being part of this market. And I took it as a great vote of confidence. So what I did is actually I went on my social media and I did a small video praising or welcoming them on board and everything. So some people said, "Oh, but you're marketing the competition." I said, "You guys are, this is not competition. This is something great that had happened to Dubai and the real estate market here." And that's it. I did the video. Days gone by. One day I was sitting in my office having a conversation with my husband on the phone, and then he said, just send them an email, so welcome. I said, what am I gonna tell them and all? He said, just welcome them to Dubai, and you're here, part of the market, you can always guide them and help them and all. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna do that. So, but he made me actually look for the email, the contact details, and I had that contact details on my. I actually found it online, then I put it on one of the, when you create new email, and then I got busy, I think phone rang or something happened, and I switched that. I just closed that email down and went to draft. That was literally, we're talking 19th of May.
Wow, okay.
And then days passed by and I went on with my business and had new projects on board and trying to recruit new people and just going on with everyday tasks. Till one evening in a weekend, I opened my LinkedIn, like every now and then I check my messages and you get flooded with messages, the good ones and the unnecessary ones. But then I see a message from the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Gulf Properties. I'm like, okay, is this real?
Right.
So I open the message. It says, hi, this is Phil Sheridan. This is my number and I would like to have a chat with you. And that's it. Right away, next day I called him. And in fact, the same day I met him. And it was very quick, like I told you. And that's it. I mean, we just met casually, I was of course, very curious to know what Berkshire Hathaway was all about and everything. So I was very happy to meet him. And when I met him, he told me all about the story. It took 1 year to actually get the brand on board.
Wow.
Here in Dubai. They're not easy to just jump on and do business with. They really look at every angle of what they're getting into, and obviously they're the largest in the US and they're expanding in Europe, and Asia or Middle East was not in their books at the time, but with him he managed to get them on board. So he told me all about that story, and he told me how how the brand has attracted a lot of attention and people are very curious, and I was one of them as well. That's it, and we had a meeting, and then maybe few days, he told me that there was a representative, in fact, it was the managing director of the franchises that are outside the US. He was here in Dubai, and they had a meeting with Imar or something. He'll be happy to introduce me to him. So, and that's exactly what happened. A few days later, I met with Mitch, and I met with Dr. Ihsan, who's the chairman, and it was just a match made in heaven, because for me, it's more than just the brand, it's the people behind it.
Of course.
And I honestly could immediately connect with them. I could see the values that they carry. I could see the vision that they had, and I had similar vision, similar, same goals. Everything I had, they were talking about. Integrity, being global, a lot of things that really I connected with, and it was, and then it was an interview, it's not anymore a meeting, and it was kind of an interview. I was interviewed without knowing it, basically. Right. And that's it. Then Mitch flew back, and I met again. It was total of 4 meetings. I literally had my license up for renewal. I had my rental up for renewal. Everything was just
fell into place.
It was perfect timing. And that's it. And then I had another meeting with them, and then I'm the newly appointed COO of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Gulf Properties. I told my team on a Thursday. They went for a presentation on a Sunday, and Monday was the 1st of July. We literally carried our desktops under our arms, and we just moved in. And literally on the Monday, there were a few tables being assembled for us to accommodate the new team, and there it all started.
So did the email that you were drafting, did that ever go out?
No, it's actually, I printed it out, so because I'm changing my email, I just printed it. No, it just remained in the drafts.
Wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
Some
Talking
things
about law of attraction.
Of course, some things are just meant to be.
True.
So Berkshire Hathaway,
yes.
I've been pronouncing it wrong this entire time.
Yeah.
Berkshire Hathaway has over 1,400 offices within the US. 4 international cities, including Dubai, correct?
Yes, that's right.
And then another interesting stat that I heard is that on a monthly basis, 13.8 million visitors to the global website.
Yes, that's a huge number, and that's what the brand is all about.
So why Dubai and why now?
So first of all, Berkshire Hathaway has merged with the Home Services of America a few years back, and created this brokerage house that has network, perhaps, that has massively grown just over 6 years.
Wow.
I mean, when we say in 50,000 plus agents and 1,400 plus offices, we are talking in matter of 6 years, all this has happened.
Wow.
And just in 2018, they have transacted around $114.5 billion worth of business that they have done.
Very impressive.
Just last year, basically. Why Dubai? But why not Dubai? Dubai is a global brand. Dubai has welcomed international brands already. We have homegrown businesses that have been acquired by Amazon and by Uber, and we have Tesla here. Berkshire Hathaway being a conglomerate in what they do and being a wealth creator, their real estate arm is expanding globally. And yes, Dubai is a global destination for everyone. And I think it's about time that they're here.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Berkshire Hathaway was recently appointed to acquire, I believe it was 10,000 properties worth about 18 billion dirhams.
Yeah.
To convert to holiday homes.
True.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
So basically, we had a client, again, that the brand single-handedly had attracted. Mm-hmm. They are a group who are already into the holiday home business, and they'll be working with another global brand that handles the likes of Airbnb and all. When they their plan is to acquire 10,000 units, yes, and we have been appointed as the exclusive agent for that. It's going to be in stages, of course. It's not going to be all at once, and we are working on a few deals right now. Again, going back to Dubai, being a global brand, it has attracted a lot of tourists, and we can see it every day in the malls. We can see it in, you know, when you walk through, even I live in Marina, so when you walk around the Marina, you can see the buses that are coming in with tourists. So it's a big tourist destination. And today, the millennials and the way they like to operate is they want to have their own space, they want to have Wi-Fi, they want to have, you know, they're not as traditional as the old generation is with all the fancy things of the hotels and things. So, and the communities in Dubai are such that they offer all the facilities and all the amenities, and it's like, again, take Dubai Marina or the Palm or JBR or even downtown, you have everything around you. You have a mall, you have the beach in Marina, in the Palm. It's a touristic destination, and I think people have seen that opportunity and now they're capitalizing on it.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting how the holiday home sector has grown significantly over the past few years.
It did, absolutely, yeah.
And is this something that Berkshire Hathaway also is looking to get into, or you're just servicing this client?
Well, we're servicing these clients at the moment just to acquire properties the traditional way as a brokerage. For us, to be honest, we have our hands full at the moment. We have a new office that has to be opened in Abu Dhabi within this year. We have the institutional part of our business. We have the commercial, the luxury. For now, we're not touching the operation of holiday homes, but again, never say never, you never know.
Yeah, having your plate full is a good problem to have.
It is, yes, I know.
So is there anything unique within Berkshire Hathaway, maybe technology that you guys do in-house that's different from other entities?
In fact, yes. I just actually, before coming here, I had a call with our US office. They have just finished a product that is made specially for the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services brokerages. It's a customized CRM just for us to use, the whole network. And it offers great tools and features and things that will allow the agent basically to analyze and see, like when you put a target for yourself or the company puts a target for you, I mean, there is no magic wand to make that happen. You have to put a plan. You have to have a business plan as an agent and as a company. How can you achieve that target? So the system basically will help you to analyze and see how you, what's your success is derived from. Is it from open houses? Is it from international campaigning? Which campaign has worked better than the other? So it just internally, it analyzes everything and it tells you, okay, if you decide that my target for this month is 50,000 or 100,000, then it tells you, Lynnette, you need to do this many open houses, you have to run these many campaigns, you have to have this many leads and close this many deals to be able to achieve this number. So it just keeps you on your toes and it gives you a clearer picture of what you're doing instead of just, yeah, you need to achieve 100,000, then go figure. Right. That is one. And the next step would be integration of AI. So it'll be, the CRM itself will have artificial intelligence within it.
Very interesting. Yeah. And this is all developed in the US?
Yes, everything is developed in our Irvine head office.
Okay. Yeah. So as you know, we recently here at Property Finder signed an agreement with Dubai Land Department for Muasher, which is the official house price index for the city of Dubai, to enhance and improve transparency. Yeah. I know how passionate you are within this industry, and I've known you for so many years now. Give us your opinion on that and that next step.
Sure. So real estate in Dubai has gone through stages. Right. We have gone through the good and the bad, and again the good, and so we all know the history. I'm not going to hide this. Is that some investors been burnt in the past? Some developers didn't really deliver what they promised. So having regulations and a proper frame work for everyone to operate under is great. But every industry needs data. If you want to grow, you need data to look at to grow. How can you grow, or how can you estimate what can you achieve without having something that you can base your studies on? When I heard, actually, when I saw it on social media, I was very happy, and I was one of the ones who put it and said congratulations, because I know how important it is to big investors and to big companies and global brands and everything to have data to base their assumptions on, or to base their decisions on, or put in their money. In fact, I mean, when you invest in real estate, you are putting your life savings, and buying a home maybe, or just investing, both are equally important. And for me to be able to tell the client, look, this is what happened 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, or 8 years, that's amazing, because we didn't have that. And everybody keeps comparing, oh, in London you can get this, and US you can, but those are established markets for decades. Look, Dubai is a very young market, and we are reaching maturity, and that's, I'm very pleased to see that, to be honest, as one of the markets.
Yeah, so it was very forward thinking of the leadership here in Dubai to form this partnership and to add the data from Dubai Land Department as well as the data from Property Finder.
I think transparency is very important. If you want to invite someone to come and invest or do anything with you, you need to be transparent. You need to show your numbers, and this equally gives transparency, gives confidence to both us, the real estate agents, towards our approach. And we understand, okay, what am I doing here? And then for an investor who's coming on board, he has more faith and more trust in the country or the city.
Of course. So now that Berkshire Hathaway will be equipped with Muasher and Data Finder.
Yeah, we are already started. We are the lucky ones.
Yes, you are. Yes. One of the first few.
Yes.
How are you going to tap into your database and bring in more foreign investment?
All right. So right now we have, the one thing I want to do is basically educate. I've always been about educating the market, doing what I can, or doing my bit into adding value instead of just trying to sell, you know. I think being patient with your clients and educating them and holding their hands is very important, and backing that with numbers, there's nothing like it. Now, in terms of us, we basically have, like you said yourself, 1,400 offices worldwide, where only 4 are in Europe, and the rest is all in the US. So we here have an untapped market that you know, I mean, they know to a certain extent about UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi market, but they don't know much. Now we are here to educate them about it, and maybe, you know, to invite them and do even go to the US and do fact-finding trips and education trips. And we want to have people to know about Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and we want them to know that there is a beautiful place in the Middle East where you can live as if you're living in, I don't know, I mean, New York or London, and enjoy a good life with all the luxuries that Dubai offers.
Yes, you know, I find it fascinating, and me being from the US, the lack of knowledge that the US has on the UAE, or even the perception that they have. I mean, it's completely not anything close to the reality here. Yeah. I recently started my executive studies, as you know,
I saw that.
At Harvard, and I was in a class with 44 of probably the top most successful real estate professionals in the world, majority from the US. Yeah. And even them, you know, asking all these questions about Dubai, about investment, about how property is and how it is to live there. So yes, there's a lot of education that needs to be made into that market.
And we are very much focused, and we are, I would say, I'm determined to open up that market for UAE.
Okay, so
that's like my promise to UAE.
Okay, so I know you, and I know when you're determined, it's going to happen. So, and I'm here to help, of course, with the data.
Absolutely, yes, that's very important.
So Berkshire Hathaway opened in May this year. And there's been a lot of buzz in the market, especially from the larger brokerages, that they've had their record months from all-time history. Yeah. We know the data from the Data Finder side, but from your experience, and I know you just opened up office, but how has the summer months been for you?
The summer months has been mostly, we were on a build-out phase, but like you said, Data Finder will tell us all about it. People can say what they want, but when it's backed with data, you can't mess around with that. So yeah, I would look at the reports and then speak about it.
Okay. Okay, Dounia, so I'm going to ask you the signature Property Finder Talks question. Okay, ready?
Surprise me.
If you have unlimited resources, what would you do within the real estate industry here in Dubai?
Okay, that's a good question, and maybe the timing is also right, because when we say unlimited resources, it's not always the financials, right? It's what you can offer to the to the market. So with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Gulf Properties, I certainly have access to those resources, and my job or my duty again is to raise the bar of how real estate is being done in Dubai. With all the respect to everyone in the market, but we did have some glitches that caused us a lot of, you know, talk and bad talk. I don't want any corner cuttings. I don't believe in the short term. I always look at the long term. So yes, there is a lot of work to be done, and if I was to help to raise that, I'll be very happy, and I'll just go and retire somewhere in Bahamas.
That's a very nice. That's a very nice answer. Thank you, Dounia. Thank you for joining us on Property Finder Talks.
Thank you, Lynnette, for having me. Thank you.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Property Finder Talks, where we learn the ins and outs of the real estate industry here in the UAE.